Hi everyone, it's Budget Beauty, and before I begin, please let me apologise. You can obviously hear that I'm quite blocked up in my sinuses and my whole entire voice is probably about an octave lower than it would normally be. I have picked up some of the kids' germs that they brought home from kindy, so I'm sorry. But actually, the really cool thing that I wanted to chat to you today about is my December favourites. And I know you might be wondering, how could I possibly already have a list of December favourites when it's only December 6 or 7, depending on when you're viewing this video. And that's because I'm actually deciding to zig when everyone else is zagging. Pretty much every video that you see on YouTube from any of the makeup gurus or anyone else that's interested in makeup and style talks about their favourites from the preceding month, which is great. But I actually wanted to do something a little bit different. You see, the whole Oz budget beauty factor is based on budget. I really want budget to be the the go-to word here. And I find personally, budgeting is about planning. Planning is about forethought, and so I wanted to put a little bit of thought into the process, decide ahead of time what my favourites were going to be, so that it takes the stress out, it takes the pressure off. If I know exactly what I'm going to be doing beforehand, if I'm prepared, then, it's time saved, which is excellent for me. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to have quite a few favourites this month. Obviously, is Christmas, New Year coming up, and there's so much going on. We've got a lot of travel happening in our family. We're interstate for Christmas this year, so we'll be toing and froing. My husband's sister and her husband are returning from England to spend Christmas with us as well, so we'll be having 2 Christmases this year, which is going to be excellent and exciting, but also very tiring and lots of travel involved. So what I've decided to actually do is to put all of my cosmetics, all of my makeup into one bag. This is the bag. This actually was a gift, I think, last Christmas from my sister-in-law Christy, so if you're watching, thank you. I'm going to pop everything into this bag that I'm going to use this December. All of my favourites, except for one thing, are actually going to fit into this bag, which is really exciting. All of my cosmetics things anyway. So, having said that, if you're interested to see what my December favourites are going to be for this year, please keep on watching. Okay, first thing, big earrings. I love big earrings. And just for reference, the colours that I chose were Pacific, milk, of course, which everyone on eBay uses. On YouTube uses. Cottage cheese, which I actually think is maybe a little bit better. Yellow, obviously. Iced mocha. Black bean, which is another one of my personal faves. Bronze. Lavender. Purple. And pots and pans. My next favourites are going to be these eyeliners. This one is my Rimmel Extreme Definition. Obviously it's a two-tone, there's black on one end, there's white on the other end. I've featured this on a lot of other videos. I run the black end underneath my top lash line and the waterline there to really help thicken the look of my lashes. And the white I often use either as a base. Now I'm using milk because the NYX Jumbo pencils are a lot softer. So I'm actually using that as a base more often than this white, but I am still using this white on my lower lash line. I'm finding that milk, the NYX Jumbo pencils, they're eyeshadow pencils, they're not liners, and so they smudge off or they come off if you try and put them on your waterline. So I'm still absolutely using this on my lower waterline, on my lower waterstill. It really just helps open up your eyes a lot more. This is another white eyeliner. It's the BYS brand, BYS or Be Yourself brand. It's a mega cheap brand that's available here in Australia. I guess the company is very similar to ELF in terms of sort of what they're achieving to do, but from everything that I've seen of the ELF products seem to be a lot higher quality. You really have to pick and choose with the BYS products as to which ones are great, which ones are okay, and I'll do some reviews. But having said that, I do like quite a lot of their products. This is another favourite for this month. It's just like a marker, a fine tip marker. The tip is very, very fine, as you can see. The only downside to this is that it is not maybe as pigmented. There's a fine line, just for reference. It's not as pigmented as I would like it to be. I would need to maybe draw over a line twice or three times to really get a black line. But having said that, it's very easy to use. It's just like a pen, like a texter. So for those of you who maybe want to experiment with a liquid liner, but don't want to shell out $15 for even a Maybelline or something, give the BYS one a go. It's I think $4 or $5. It's nothing if you don't like it, or if you don't like the look of liquid liner on you. $4, you can chuck it in your makeup kit, and it's if you don't use it every day, it's not going to matter. For reference, these are the 8-pan palettes. These are the eyeshadow palettes, and they have a lovely. The whole top is mirrored. I'm not going to show you because I'll just blind the camera. This whole inside top is mirrored, and then there are 8 wells, magnetized wells for you to pop your eyeshadows into, and the eyeshadows are $1 each. The BYS eyeshadows are, just for a mini quick review, the BYS eyeshadows are, I wouldn't say they're talky, but they're very, very soft and they can crumble. So you really do need a base underneath them, otherwise they're just going to fall off or slip off your eye, in my opinion. I have very, very dry skin, and my lids aren't particularly oily, but I find that I really do need to put a base on for those BYS shadows to stick. Having said that, they're very pigmented. They're great for a night out. I probably wouldn't wear them to the office all day because I tend to get a little creasing with them, but if I'm going out to a restaurant, or if my husband and I are going out to the movies or something and I'm just wanting a look, I use them. And also I use them to experiment with colours. I mean, for $1 for an eyeshadow, and it's quite a large pan, again, if you don't like it, give it away, or put it in the bin or whatever.